Check, check, 1, 2, 1, 2. In the last 6 years, 2 weeks and 14 days, I have never been so unprepared to record a YouTube video as I am right now. Less than an hour ago, I was out walking the dogs, and whilst I was out walking the dogs, I was thinking to myself, as I often do, and it crossed my mind that it's been a long time since I uploaded my first video to YouTube, over 6 years. And I thought, when I get home, I'm going to watch it, which is what I'm going to do, but I'm going to bring you along with me. I genuinely haven't watched this video for, I may have watched it a couple of times since I uploaded it, but I certainly haven't watched it in recent history. So let's get stuck in and see what happens, because it's been, yeah, some time. All right, so video 1 of 52, my triathlon year, healthier, happier, faster, 526 views, 6 years ago. Let's go, let's see. Oh, the music.
Hi, my name's James Hester. I'm 41 years old. I live in a town called Clevedon, which is near Bristol on the west coast. I live with my wife Becky.
Hello.
And my son Zach.
Hi.
And my other son Indy.
Hello.
Interesting, I introduced my family straight up. This video is never really about them, but as we've learned, well, if you follow the channel, it very much is about them. It's all about them really, and why I do what I do. And yeah, I'm not very good at talking to the camera. It's nice lighting and good shot setup and all the rest of it, but things have changed somewhat since then. It's amazing how YouTube is kind of, well, maybe we'll talk about that in a bit, because it did strike me that when I was recording this video, I just got my phone, I think I taped it to a table or something and put the table on another table. Anyway, whatever.
I play the drums for a living. I teach at university now, not so much touring, and do a bit of work in the studio. And it would appear I'm desperately in need of a haircut at the moment.
Okay, I still play drums for a living. I still teach at university, so nothing's changed in the last 6 years in that regard. Still need a haircut, more so now than ever before. But the filmmaking element has definitely come into this more. I've restarted it. It was something from many, many years ago, filming, and I think that's relatively evident in all of the B-roll and stuff I put in here. However, if I'm watching a video from 6 years ago and I'm not looking at it thinking I could have done better, then there's really a problem. I watch videos from 6 weeks or 6 months ago, and I know I could make them better now, and that's progress, right? I hope.
I got into triathlon in 1998 and enjoyed doing that.
That's a long time ago.
For many years, and then life on the road and in the studio kind of took its toll, and I got pretty out of shape, and I returned back to it in 2013 to try and get healthy, and went and did the London Triathlon again 15 years after I did my first race, and haven't really stopped since then. In 2015 I got pretty fit and pretty fastest I've ever been in my life, down to about 76 kilos, and whilst I felt pretty good at the time, in hindsight I wasn't very well really up here, but pretty quick, which I enjoyed.
Okay, first of all, I'm not very good at talking to the camera here. There's lots of ums and clicks and all sorts, and I hope I've got a bit better at that. The other thing I hope I've got a bit better at is the head thing. I don't think I knew at the time just the parallels between physical and mental health and how related they are, and that's something that I've come a long way with, that's for sure. I knew I wasn't in great shape then. I'd had a really big dip in 2017, the year before this, at rock bottom at that time. Since then, you know, life isn't a straight line, and I'm in really good shape at the minute, physically and mentally, but I've had a few dips along the way, and those of you that follow me on the channel will know that.
And then later on that year I hurt my foot, and for the last 3 years I've basically been trying to get my foot better, and the plan really is to try and get back to where I was in 2015 and beat my faster, slimmer self, but whilst being a bit healthier and happier in my head.
Okay, I'm going to pause it there. I am in much better shape mentally. Physically, if I compare myself to 2015, mentally my health was down here, physically my health was up here. in the Bristol Triathlon, I came 4th in my age group, and then I came 14th overall. Last year, the Bristol Triathlon's had its own ups and downs. At the time when I did it in 2015, it was run by Bristol Triathlon. Then it stopped for many years. Then it came back. The company, they started it up when I didn't do the race the first year they ran that because I was in a bad way mentally and physically. And then I did it last year, and I'm glad I did because it hasn't been run since. The company that run it has disappeared. So I did it last year, and I did it with complete joy. And I got an unexpected result. In fact, I made a video about it here because it was completely unexpected. I came 26th, I think, or 24th or something overall, and 6th in my age group. So I wasn't actually that far off. I wasn't as quick, that's for sure. But then mentally, I'm here, and physically I'm here. Whereas in 2015, maybe I was kind of here and here. This is better, right? Watching this back is really interesting,
which seems to be a bit of a challenge. I have put on a bit of weight, and I have decided that one of the best things that I could do is to make a weekly video diary. This is based off of the ideas of people like Colin McCourt, who I'll put a link to below, and the level of accountability he had from his Instagram videos of getting back to his previous kind of weight and racing.
Okay, accountability. Yes, I said I was going to make a video every week. I haven't done that. If you're going to call it a ratio, I have made technically more than one video a week. I think it's been 320 something weeks since I uploaded this video, and I've uploaded 409 videos. That is skewed somewhat because I made a video every single day that I did the Grand Tour back in 2021. So that has skewed it a bit. So I haven't quite kept up the one video a week thing, but I have more or less, and I'm getting back to that again now. But the accountability thing is absolutely vital. It's interesting I mentioned Colin McCourt because I didn't realise I did that in this video. That guy was massively inspiring, and through him I've spoken to Jimmy Watkins, another 800 metre runner since, and that guy, I'll put a link to his channel at the end of this. You should check that guy out. A musician and a runner, makes amazing video reviews. But yeah, the accountability thing, I can't emphasize how important making these videos has been in my journey, in terms of it's really been my journal. I haven't realized the importance of journaling and really paying attention to what's going on around you and how fundamental that is to my happiness and my health.
But also the powerful tool of evaluation that I've learned through teaching at university and degree level. The kind of process of Graham Gibbs or Rolf of looking at what you've done,
nerd,
and, trying to make improvements and an action plan to make improvements the next time round. So the idea of this really is to do a weekly video of what I've been doing during that week, bit of a montage, bit of a Rocky montage.
Clearing the beach in Clevedon, my old cross bike, on my old shed, J&J Studios. Ooh, I can't play marimba, xylophone, whatever it is.
3rd place.
Wow, okay. My old year group. Oh, that beautiful woman.
Look at what I've been doing and whether I've reached my short-term goals or whether I'm working towards my short-term goals, all towards the main goal, which is in a year's time of trying to beat my 2015 self and enjoy the process rather than destroying myself as part of the exercise.
Okay, so it didn't happen in 2019 because the race didn't happen. And when I eventually did it last year in 2023, I didn't beat myself. I have beaten myself on the mental health stakes. I am so much better in that regard. I'm not far off my physical self. I think back then, 2015, I was running like a 20. Well, I think my PB for 5K I did during an 8K race, and it was 19:08, and now I'm running around 22 minutes. But if my mental health was at a 0, I'm at 1,000,000 at the moment.
It's about a year until the Bristol Triathlon usually runs in the first couple of weeks of June. This is the last week of May, so it gives me about 52 weeks of videos to upload, and that's the plan. So we'll see how they go, and I'll report back and make another video next Friday. The short-term goals that I've got is that in 21 days' time, we're going to Lisbon, me and my wife and a couple of friends, and I'm pretty sure that whilst we all run, I think we'll all be eating and drinking and enjoying ourselves. And the plan will be to see if I can get down to under 90 kilos by then. I don't actually know.
Okay, 90 kilos. Did I say how much I weigh?
Know what I weigh yet, so I will be looking at my weight tomorrow morning. I've got a feeling I'll be in around about 94, I hope, kilos.
Okay, 94 kilos. Since that video, I've been back up to like 110, 112 kilos in my worst shape, and I'm down around about 88, I think, now. But I've learnt so much about that. Weight is nothing. It's about your body composition, isn't it? I actually weirdly don't look in that bad shape here. If I'm 94 kilos, I've looked fatter. I've carried more excess fat, but now I'm more muscular. And yeah, DEXA scans have been the way forward on that. So I've learnt a lot about that. I barely ever weigh myself anymore.
So maybe 4 kilos in about 3 weeks, which I think I can do. That shouldn't be too much of a problem, and yeah, that would be my first goal really in the next 21 days. So 3 weeks time should be under 90 kilos. Let's see what happens. Anyway, that's the starter video number 1 out of the bag, and let's see what happens over the next 7 days.
Okay, so there's a lot there actually in a short 5-minute video. A lot's changed. A huge amount has changed. My mental health's better. My understanding of mental health is better. My understanding of physical and mental health being in parallel. My physical health is far broader. It was all about triathlon, and I thought the channel was about triathlon back then, but it hasn't. It's become about much bigger things than that. Made this when I was 41. Now I'm 47. It's all part of that rich tapestry of kind of learning about ourselves and what makes us who we are. Let's have a quick look at the description. So long-term goal, beat my 2015 Bristol Triathlon time in 2019. Look good in a skin suit. Love that. Still want to look good in a skin suit. Does anyone look good in a skin suit? I didn't beat my time in 2023, but that doesn't matter. I came damn close. Mid-term goal, get under the 90 kilos in 21 days. Well, I've achieved that. Like, body composition is a big thing for me now. And short-term goal, 3 sessions of each, swim, bike, run in the next 7 days. That's sort of irrelevant now, isn't it? I did the 75 hard thing, which video coming soon on that. But also understanding strength as you get older and getting that on board is much more important now than just the cardio, VO2 max stuff. The accountability thing, I've made those videos, and actually, interestingly enough, I was only thinking about this whilst I was watching that video, is how I started in that shed that I built in the garden that became my absolute sanctuary during lockdown. But now we've moved house and we have this, you guys don't normally see kind of all of these things here. You know, this is the studio. Down that end is where I make, I get all my cameras ready and edit them, and the studio here for recording and the drums, and the other side of that is where the gym and the workshop is for the bikes. But you know, like just having these lights set up and ready to go and cameras ready to go, I know it's part of my business to make videos, but also the ease of kind of making YouTube videos and just being ready to go to do something like this is big, and reducing that friction to making the videos and really journaling, like James Clear talks about in Atomic Habits. I didn't have the access to that back then, and ever since then I've been trying to make it a bit easier and a bit more frictionless. So anyway, I'm trying to think what I've got out of watching that back. I'm proud of all the videos that I've made. I'm proud primarily of the journey I've been on, though. I think that's the most important thing. There've been ups and downs, but that's life, isn't it? It's supposed to have ups and downs. You can't only have ups. Every action has an equal and opposite reaction, and documenting that has been really critical. And maybe one day I'll go back through and just kind of scroll through the videos and see what the arc of the journey has actually been. Where have I been in good place and where have I been in a bad place? But the point is, I can do that over the last 6 years. I can actually track my journey with all of these videos that I've made. And I think I'm really pleased that I did this. I'm not this video, but that I started this channel for myself, and that there's now 2,000 odd of you that do that. Interestingly enough, that's almost 1 subscriber a day. I think I worked it out that it's like 100 short of 1 subscriber every day since I uploaded that video. So if you're not subscribed, nice little call to action there. Just hit the subscribe button and leave a comment below and just let me know, like, what's your journey been over the last 6 years? And I just think broadly, like, we've all had lockdown. Bex has had breast cancer. We've moved house. I've had turmoil at the university where I work, and there's just been so much that's happened. And I think if you don't document it somehow, and I'm absolutely so grateful that I have documented it along the way. I think if you don't document it somehow, journaling, videos like this, whatever it might be, it goes past in the blink of an eye, and you can't progress knowing that you've made progress. It's inspiring to make progress when you know that you have, and to keep going despite the ups and the downs. So anyway, that was a fun exercise. I'm glad I thought of that idea. Anyway, this is a bit of a reintroduction back to the channel after me having 2 or 3 weeks off on a holiday, much needed holiday. I've got a video coming up about 75 hard challenge, which I completed, training whilst you're traveling, authenticity, all that kind of good stuff. So if you're not subscribed, do hit the subscribe button, and thank you for watching that with me. I'll put a link to that video if you want to watch it up now, and I will see you on the next video. And in the meantime, please, for your own sakes and those around you, look after yourselves, and don't forget that I love you very much.